Mongoose again, and it's time for another Why I Love, and this time it's Gauntlet 2 on the mighty NES. Yeah, so where do I start with Gauntlet 2? It's just a really fun kind of top-down dungeon crawler, and you get to pick from like various characters, whether you be like a wizard or a warrior, an elf, and something else, and like you just kind of like different characters have their own attributes, and you know they're good at certain things and bad at other things. So like, you know, there's kind of like a little bit of tactical thing there where you'll kind of pick your favourite like kind of character. Another thing to mention is it's 4-player as well. If you've got the NES, I think it's called the 4-score. I'm sure it is. And then you can play like 4 players cooperative. I mean, you can play 2 players as it is. Obviously you can play 1, 2, 3, 4 players, which is pretty damn awesome for the NES. And I kind of think of many games that would be more fun to play as 4-player than what this game is. Now, as far as like level design goes, it's loads of fun as well. There's loads of open levels and dungeons, but there's a lot of very claustrophobic ones, which is like, you know, there's like a varying amount of different levels. You know, it's not kind of spitting out the same levels over and over again. In fact, I think it actually like generates all the dungeons just randomly, so every time you play through there'll be like, you know, slight variations on dungeons that you've already played before. And that's the same with the enemies as well. I mean, there are lots of different enemies, but sometimes you might see the same enemy again, but it'll be like a variation on that enemy, so its attack will be different, or maybe it's like this one will, I don't know, throw bombs at you or something. It's always changing it up. Another brilliant thing is like the steady learning curve. You don't get to like the 3rd or 4th level and then the game just gets damn hard. You know, you've got to like, you could probably on your first run through get into, you know, the 20s or the 30s as far as the levels go if you're competent enough. But you know, then it starts getting really difficult, and there's loads of challenge there, but you know, you do feel like you've accomplished something when you're getting to these kind of high levels, you know, like the 20s and 30s on your first run. I thought, yeah, I'm brilliant at this, but then steadily as the game, you know, drew on, I realised that, God, these levels are getting really hard, and you know, you'll have to navigate your way through even more claustrophobic dungeons that'll bring you into closer contact with more dangerous enemies. I mean, I mentioned enemies a second ago, but there's another one. It's like a Grim Reaper, and it makes this god-awful, terrifying noise. And yeah, I mean, there's only one way really I know to kill it. So it's kind of like atmospheric, do you know what I mean? And very like a foreboding atmosphere, which is pretty good when you know, it's a dungeon crawler, and it's obviously, you know, on the NES, so they've done it really, really well. But it wasn't originally on NES. I'm sure it's an Atari game, but it was in the arcades, the first one and the second one, and God knows how many after that. I mean, it goes on to the PlayStation. But it was on like every single console of the day. I'm sure there was like I remember as a kid playing the Amstrad CPC version. That's the version I was familiar with as a kid, and yeah, it was just loads of fun. But I'm sure whatever system you played it on, it's loads of fun, whether it's this Gauntlet or the original Gauntlet. You know, they're all pretty good. And yeah, I mean, it's just got this real kind of epic adventure feel to it. So, you know, you're kind of like exploring and collecting treasure and just kind of, you know, defeating enemies. But I mean, the way you defeat the enemies is quite like strategic as well, because they'll have these certain spawn points on the map. And I mean, you can shoot as many enemies as you want, but they'll keep coming out those spawn points, so you know, you've got to kind of target the spawn points. And that's fun, like, you know, trying to do that with the different kind of attributes that the different characters or classes have. So, you know, like the wizard and the elf, for instance, like shoots a bow and arrow, and the wizard will shoot like a projectile, like magical attack, whereas I'm pretty sure the warrior's pretty much up close and personal in your face, like with a sword. So, you know, there's that kind of tactical thing going on, and it's just loads and loads of fun. Me and the band play 2-player, and we just have a really good time with it, and I absolutely love it. I didn't give it loads of time as a kid. I think it was a bit too difficult for us, but when I got it on NES, I got it for next to nought, and I didn't really expect much of it, and I just got bang into it. Yeah, so that's Gauntlet 2 on NES, and it's just a really fun kind of dungeon crawler, and I really love it, and I just thought I'd share that all with you. I don't know if you guys have played it, maybe it's played it on a different platform. I know it came out on loads of different consoles and home computers and stuff, so that'd be interesting to hear. But yeah, loads and loads of fun. Gauntlet 2 on the NES, you got to check that out. So I'll leave us like I always do, to say thank you very much for watching, and you know, if you liked the video, just please leave us a thumbs up, maybe leave us some comments. I love that feedback. If you enjoyed it in particular, please hit that subscribe button, and yeah, pretty much it. So thanks for watching, people. I'll catch you next time. Bye.